Hello there, it's Akila Anam from Group 5. Welcome aboard! First, let me introduce you to my teammates. Eva Haslin, Luqman Adam, Luqman Azhar, and lastly, Erina Farisha. Here in this presentation, we would like to talk about the valuation of green building. Building the notion of green building is very important to avoid worse natural disasters. The key goal of green construction is first, to reduce the negative impacts of waste and the environment. Second is to improve productivity and the well-being of the inhabitants. And lastly, to minimize the usage of energy. Green building is defined by Wolf and Shanklin in 2001, said the term green refers to actions such as reducing recycling harmful effects on the environment. Green buildings are lifelong construction and operations that confirm the healthiest environment while representing the foremost efficient and least disruptive use of land, water, energy, and resources.
Now, we move to literature review. There are 5 criteria of green building by GBI Malaysia. First, energy efficiency. Minimum amount of to accomplish activities and most famous aspect focusing on green building. Second, indoor environment quality, which are thermal comfort, indoor air quality, noise comfort, and lighting. These objectives to reduce on human health. Third, sustainable site planning and management, to implement a proper construction management with 2 requirements such site planning and transportation and site construction management. Fourth, material and resources, use eco-friendly material, and lastly, water efficiency and innovation, to minimize water usage and reducing wastewater to meet the objective of GBI.
Tangible aspect help to increase the building value. The building must be in a good position, capable to attract people, command higher quality tenant, lower tenant turnover, and high demand for investor. In this case, green building can stand out from its peer and it will lead to a better value yield. Healthy building. Since the concentration of pollutants indoor is higher than outdoor, green building can prevent sick building syndrome. It is because the green features in green building can reduce the mold growth and only use low-emitting materials. In conclusion, since green building have been developed in a few countries, professional bodies and valuers should explore the value perception of the green features in green building due to steadily growing interest in sustainability issues. Moving on to our case study. The title is Green Building in Valuation Issues and Perspective. Green features can affect market value. In a green building, green features are used from designing until demolition to conserve the environment and make it more sustainable. In valuation, there are 3 approaches that can be used to value a green building. First, comparison approach. It is appropriate to use this method, but it is difficult to find comparable properties. In cost approach, the production cost and the estimated depreciation of the green building is needed. However, some forms of accurate depreciation might be lower for green improvement. Lastly, income approach. Green buildings are built to reduce costs, such as operating costs, maintenance, and repair. This cost reduction gives big impact on the net operating income of the building.
The next case study is green building valuation from a valuer's perspective. The study was conducted in 2011 but still remains highly relevant to this day. Green building development is still new in Malaysia and valuers not necessarily consider green elements in valuation but are slowly but surely finding the need to incorporate them, as green elements should increase the value in comparison to a conventional building. There are many elements in assessing green buildings that should be taken into consideration. First of all, the major differences, which is rental per square foot, outgoing, yield, and also capitalization rate. These figures differ from typical buildings and will have an impact on the market value. Even so, rental in Malaysia is still purely driven by demand, and the mentality of tenants is that why should they pay more, and their emphasis is highly based on the location factor. Green buildings are built to promote sustainability through its energy-saving features and etc., which causes less need for property management and maintenance, which results in less operating expenses. However, it is difficult to incorporate in valuation due to no quantifiable metrics upon those green elements. Furthermore, value of green buildings are defined since the construction stage. They incorporate sustainable methods and materials which have huge effect on the construction cost itself. Other than that, government intervention from either federal or even through local authority or state government through handing out incentives and tax exemptions will play a role. Bovia as the professional body need to make a stance and standardize factors to ensure valuers include these green elements and valuers define them all using the same drivers and basis. Additionally, there needs to be an explanation on the different types of certifications such as GBI and LEED, which focus on different tools on their assessment and also possess a few different levels of certification, which starts from bronze all the way up to platinum.
In conclusion, green building uses environmental friendly materials to protect and conserve the environment. These materials in building will give a positive impact to the value and is rated by the Malaysian system known as Green Building Index (GBI). Next, usage of eco-friendly technology will give a long-term impact on nature. Green components reflect the added value of a property as opposed to a standard traditional building. Green buildings can also provide environmental, economic, and social benefits.